Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am your melanated queen and your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. My apologies. I don't know if you can hear me or not. So I'll say this again. Put my headpiece in here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I'm your melanated queen and your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. You can also call me Shanae. You may recognize me on my other channel, that's Seven Wonder. That's SEVENWONDER. And sometimes if you put in hashtag BGAB, that's where you can find me. I am the CEO and founder of Brown Girls Are Beautiful Clothing. Today I have on one of my pieces. This is a cami shirt with and I have the stretch pins to match. So this is the gray and gold, you all, and this is very comfortable. I just sold a piece like this the other week, in a size large. You all, excuse my hair today because I washed it yesterday. You saw the little crinkles. My hair is naturally curly, so today all I simply did was blow dried it and I plaited it. So henceforth, you see what's going on. It's a little frizzy, okay? But that's neither here nor there. Let's get on to it. Let's get on with this video. You all, heute ist Mittwoch. Today is Wednesday, okay? That's auf Deutsch or in German. And we are still talking about Golden Beauty and Young Pharaoh. The reason for that is because this is from a learning perspective. This is not to gossip. A lot of people, what I've seen on YouTube, especially, it's very disheartening and what's extremely disappointing from the melanated guys out here. They are sitting up here gossiping like women, you all. Gossiping like women, like The View, like The Real, like I don't recall ever seeing an era where we have this many quote unquote men gossiping about two young people that are in their 20s. And I know these dudes that I've seen gossiping have got to be in their late 30s and mid 40s. Now, for the ones that are saying, their commentary from a higher perspective, or they're commenting from a learning perspective, that's totally different. But for the ones that are just using this for clicks for their YouTube channel, that right there, excuse me, is extremely, like, I don't even know the word to call that. I wanted to say thirsty, but that's not even my terminology. I really don't even use that terminology. Is just like, could you be more original? Do you really have to use these two young individuals for clickbait? Because I've seen people's YouTube channels and they don't really have that many views unless they put the title Young Pharaoh or Golden Beauty, in their title, or either they have to use like some type of clickbait technique. And I'm just like, are you really serious? This is what the world is coming to here in the United States? But this is why, there are a lot of males who are not men. And this is why I talk about the topic of the man child, aka man boy, aka grown boy, okay? Because this needs to be really addressed in the melanated community. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. This is an issue that is plaguing the melanated community like wildfire. And if you have not yet, please subscribe to Soul Energy, you all. That's SOULINNER, the letter G. She does a very good job of breaking down what she calls dust bunnies, okay? And shout out to Shira 7, or Ashira Goddess. She also speaks about dusties. For those of you who are not aware or familiar with that terminology, if you take a look at their channels, you'll know exactly what they're referencing. Let's get into it, you all, because this is a very interesting thing that's going on with the dynamics that's playing out between Young Pharaoh and Golden Beauty. If you're not familiar, yesterday he came back from Miami, you all, got off the flight, was walking through the airport with his face mask halfway off, holding his phone, and basically he was on speaker with Golden Beauty as he was walking through the airport. And I guess he had one of his quote unquote bodyguards, cameramen, filming the whole entire thing as he was exiting the airport. He got in his car and basically did he did a video on his way leaving the airport, or going towards Golden Beauty School, and he said he was going to pull up because he needs to find out if this guy Steve that's going to school with Golden Beauty was holding his child. And you all, the title of this video is Young Pharaoh on a Rampage, Melanated Male Unleashed, and When Trauma Goes Unhealed. And the reason I titled it that way is because he is on a rampage. He is unleashed. And this is a result of trauma that is unhealed. A lot of what he is delegating or a lot of what he is targeting towards Golden Beauty does not have everything to do with Golden Beauty. It has a lot to do with his past traumas that have been triggered with this whole entire dynamic and scenario. And it's very unfortunate that she is basically suffering the ramifications of his outbursts and his unhealed trauma and antics that are taking place. So with no further ado, what I'm going to do is go ahead and look up this video that I'd like to share with you all, because I'm pretty sure many of you have already seen it, but I am going to add my commentary as well. And we're going to dive a little bit deeper into what I feel is going on here. All right, so I'm just pulling it up, and I do apologize because last time on the last video, on my last live stream, I thought I was sharing with you all, and unfortunately, my screen was not showing the right screen. So I'm going to make sure that's not an issue this time. So let me just make sure I have what I'm looking for, and then we'll get into what's going on here, okay? So let me get this situated for you, and I'll pull it right up. And I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. It is about 81 degrees where I'm at, so I'm not sure what it's like where you are, but basically we're still having summertime. I know out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, places like that, it's like in the lower 70s, and it gets down into like the early to mid 60s because their summer only lasts for like 3 months, you all. I was out there in May, and I'm telling you, it was snowing in April. Okay. And I'm like, what in the world is this? It was in like the 50s, like 56 degrees in April. All right. So, okay, there it is. So my screen is pulled up, you all. So we're going to go ahead and share this video.
I'm still down to go to war with them choppers, but I'm spiritual. And you can't hate them hard times, they was spirit growth. I used to feel it for I feel it's for my spirit, no. I appreciate them hard times, they was spirit growth. Still down to go to war with them choppers, but I'm spiritual. And you can't hate them hard times, they was spirit growth. I used to feel it for I feel it's for my spirit, no. I appreciate them hard times, they was spirit.
Now, did you see that? He said, join Otten University and become a genius today. Now, with that being said, let's look at the dynamics that plays out here in the airport. Now, he's just getting off the plane from coming back from Miami. Remember, this is what he's doing at the airport, you all. He's on the phone with Golden Beauty because apparently he was so bothered that she had a play date with her children. And this guy that she goes to school with named Steve, he's in her massage class, and he had, I guess, a child or two girls, and she has two little girls, one of which is still a baby. The other one is a toddler. And she wanted her daughter to have someone to play with because, you know, she just moved out to Houston not too long ago with young Pharaoh. So this is what happened because she made a play date and young Pharaoh found out about it. So look at what these antics look like right here. This, you all, are signs of when trauma goes unhealed, the melanated male that's unleashed, and young Pharaoh that's being in his antics, acting like he's on a rampage, you guys.
Agree on that.
Okay, if I get back in time.
What is in time? What is in time? I'm grown.
Not at night.
Okay, so listen to me. What are you going to do definitively right now where I can't come get my daughter?
Because you can't. I'm not in Katy.
I don't care where you are. I'll come get her.
Okay, well, no, you can't because she's going to see family.
Who is family? What family do you have out here in Katy that I don't know about?
I don't have family in Katy, but I have family in Houston and all of down south. My uncle just moved down here.
Okay, that's fine.
The rest of my family.
So, okay, that's fine. So, why can't I come get Amma?
Because she's seeing family.
And you're going back home when? So you gonna spend the night? So you gonna stay the night with your family?
Yes.
All right, notice that he is concerned about who she's going to spend the night with. He says, so you're going to spend the night with your family. He doesn't believe her. That's why he's questioning her like this, because he knows what he's been doing. So obviously, if he's been spending the night with all these female thought trots, little skanks, little nasty tricks, OnlyFans club, and all of this mess, he's tricking off on these, whatever you want to call them, right? So he feels that Golden Beauty got to be doing something because he knows what he's been doing. So this is why he's questioning her like this. Is his guilty conscience is kicking in? And be very much aware, ladies and young beauties out there, when guys act this way, because the ones that seem to have the trust issues are the ones that cannot be trusted. I'm going to repeat that again. The ones that seem to have trust issues are the ones that cannot be trusted. Okay. I have literally heard the conversation with someone telling another female on the phone, I have trust issues, and this is the same person that could not be trusted. Okay, so be very careful when you hear of these type of antics being played, or you hear people like this, or you see something like this playing out in front of your face, or you see these dynamics. They can't be trusted. Okay, so let's continue.
So when you get there, I'm gonna FaceTime you and I'm gonna see you with some family, right?
You don't have to FaceTime. You're not listening.
You're lying. No, you're lying. I don't believe you.
I don't.
Then where the interest at? Where the interest? You walling? Yeah,
You see, he just said, I don't believe you. He wants to FaceTime her. He wants to see where she is, who's around her. That's the only reason he's acting like he wants to check in on his daughters and he wants to see his daughter. He wants to see if Golden Beauty is going to be with someone else later that night. This is what this is really about. See, he was out in Miami with these, females and playing football out in the yard, in the pool, doing what he wants to do. But he's still trying to have control over her, even though he kicked her out of the house with the two kids at 11 p.m. at night. And she had to drive to Houston from Katy, Texas. He wasn't concerned about what she was doing that night when he kicked her out of the house and dragged her out. That was not the concern. But the concern kicks in now because he wants control. This is what this is about.
Okay, so listen to me. I want to come get my daughter and you playing games.
You're not. You listen. You're not having her by yourself.
Why I'm not having her by myself?
Because you know why.
No, tell me. Explain. Why am I not having her by myself? Because I got these are my employees. They're gonna do it not on no disrespectful shit, but they're not gonna do nothing but protect me and protect my daughter.
Now, keep in mind when he says the word employees, these are the same two strangers that came to his house about a week ago that he never met. He met these people when they showed up at his house, and they probably were his followers on Instagram and they were following his YouTube channel. So when young Pharaoh came online and said, I'm in danger, they decided to show up to his doorstep and he allowed them to come in. Two strangers that he never had met before. He has now employed them as his quote unquote bodyguards. One of them seems to be his cameraman, and they both seem to be living there, I guess, for free. And you think that she's supposed to allow her two young daughters or her young toddler to go into a house with two strange men without her supervision? I would not allow that either. And I don't know what mother in their right mind would. So I don't think she's being unreasonable, but he's twisting the narrative and trying to make it seem as though she's playing games and she won't let him see his children. So just make note of that, because this sounds very crazy if you ask me.
Okay, but she's a little girl. She's not gonna be in a house with a man by herself. Especially
But she could be around the niggas you want her to be around.
Now you heard what she said. She's not going to allow her daughter to be in a house full of men, and I don't blame her. With this person, no. First of all, the way that he's been acting on the internet, he is not even in control of his own emotions. And then he is too basically enamored with Instagram bots, okay, to even probably really be paying attention to this toddler. So who's to say if he's doing something off with one of these little thoughts, and then this toddler is wandering off in another room, and then you have strange men in the house? I'm not saying they would do anything to harm her, but why even take that risk? And then he's the one that allegedly believes that there's so much human trafficking going on in the state of Texas. he should understand Golden Beauty's concerns, especially since she's the mother, the one that gave birth to both of his daughters.
You could be around Muhammad and Steve, though. No. Steve be at your house.
So see, he's worried about a guy named Muhammad and Steve. Listen to him now.
Steve came to my house one time to literally help me get my car.
No, you're a lie. Okay, cool. That's your nigga. So, but the thing is, you got niggas.
He's worried that she is intimately involved with one of these dudes. You can hear it in his voice. Listen to his tone.
They gonna do it not on no disrespectful shit, but they're not gonna do nothing but protect me and protect my daughter.
Okay, but she's a little girl. She's not gonna be in the house with me by herself. Especially
But she could be around the niggas you want her to be around. No, she could be around Muhammad and Steve. No. Steve be at your house.
Steve came to my house one time to literally help me get my car.
No, you're a lie. Okay, cool. That's your nigga. So, but the thing is, you got niggas around my daughter. You're not telling me, but I can't be around my own daughter. No, it doesn't matter where it's at. You got niggas around my daughter, and you're not telling me, but I can't be around my daughter. But Steve will come to your house. No, bitch. You didn't. Don't lie. Fuck, I look like. Now she wanna hang up.
Now, you heard how disrespectful he got. He called her the B word, called her out of her name. Once again, that's curse and abuse over the phone, over the airways. He doesn't understand that he's making a case against himself, but nor does he care, because he wants to dialogue with her and document everything over the internet, giving everyone in the entire world basically an insight into his unstable mentality. And so we can see here with the evidence before us that he is very emotionally immature, very emotionally unstable. He's not in his right frame of mind to even be dealing with a toddler, because he doesn't even know how to have a positive dialogue with the mother. So he has no respect for Golden Beauty at this point. And she hung the phone up, as she should have. He has called her out of her name way too many times, and she's been extremely patient with him. I don't understand why he thinks that he can control the world around her if she's no longer living with him. And then on top of that, he wants everything to go his way. If it's not his way, then he gets an attitude and becomes irate. So now he's on a rampage, you all, because she's cut him off. She got off the phone. She hung up in his face because he decided to call her once again out of her name. No respect for the child's mother whatsoever, but she was good enough to make the children with. But now all of a sudden she's the B word, she's stupid, she's this, she's that, she's not intelligent, she's not smart. But she was good enough for you to do what? Share your genetic material with. She was good enough for you to impregnate, to bring forth life into this world, and to bear children with. She was good enough for that. But now all of a sudden she's so beneath you. This is the part that I do not even begin to understand the logic for melanated men. And I think it's so disparaging when a melanated guy can, in public, get on camera and talk about the person that he decided to have not one child, but 2 children with. He decided to do this twice. But now all of a sudden, she's all of these disparaging things. Tell me how this makes sense, because what does that say about him? Okay? He has no respect for this girl, no respect for her whatsoever.
Pause that. That's what, no. Now, before we jump out, right, at the end of this video, y'all gonna hear on the phone, I asked Golden, could I come get my fucking daughter? Y'all heard me. Ask her, could I come get my daughter? Oh, I'm gonna be busy. I said, well, okay, what's the details? Y'all heard it. What's the details? Oh, I'm going to see some family. Golden, you don't have no family down here. You don't have no family down here. I was with you on your birthday when you was crying and mad for a day and a half because I booked you that beach house in Galveston and nobody showed up. So she lied in my face, bro. My bodyguard right here. She lied. Now I mind my business with his women. He mind his business. So we don't be even dogging females like that. But we see what's going on. Now, I'm going to show y'all how Golden lied. Come on, we out. I'm going to show y'all how Golden lied. Golden is not with nobody, bro. The bitch car is right here. I'm at her school. She's at school. The bitch car is right.
Oh my goodness, y'all. You know the funny part? As he was sitting in the freaking car, and He freaking popped up out of the car. He was like, her car is right here. I'm not going to use the word that he used, but the bee's car is right here. Now that right there is that is a low-key stalking, you all. He didn't show up at her school and then popped up. He done hopped up out of the car to show evidence to everybody on YouTube that she's lying to him. But yet and still, it shows you how paranoid and how mentally unstable he is to show up at her school and put this all over the internet, showing us the type of car she has, where it's parked at, showing what her school looks like, putting her school address on the internet, what time she gets there, what time she leaves. Do you not think that this is a security threat or a safety issue at this point? Because this is the mother of your children. You should be trying to protect her life, not have it put in the public arena where she can be, stalked, attacked, or anything. And if Golden Beauty is listening or watching, I hope she does practice her Fourth Amendment right. I think I'm saying that correctly. I hope that she practices her right to bear arms. We know that Texas is a stand your ground state because we heard what happened with the quote unquote Trayvon Martin situation. If someone's on your property, you have the right to stand your ground. So really, if he shows up at her house, she has the right to stand her ground. I don't want it to get to that point, but for her safety, I would recommend every female with kids to get a firearm and protection if you are properly maintaining it in a safe place. Now, there has been negligence on the behalf of a lot of parents because they take the gun and put it around their children where their children can easily access it, which is very dumb and it's negligent. But if you know anything about firearms and how it should be properly stored, put it away from the child where they cannot get to it. I think this is something that she should do for her own safety and her own security and her own protection, and also for her children's protection, because people are crazy and they will do anything. And this is definitely not something you want to be broadcasting on the internet, is where your children's mother goes to school, what type of car she drives, where she lives, and broadcasting the address on the internet along with the times that she arrives and leaves. So if I were Golden Beauty, I would switch up my routine. I would switch up my car, and I probably would have someone to escort me to and fro. And I would not be alone too much. And if I were alone, I would have a firearm. Okay. That's exactly what I would do. So you could protect yourself and protect those two little princesses, since you have a child's father who chose to put your life in danger. So this dude just literally hopped out of the freaking car to prove that she's in school.
Let me get my baby. She ain't let me get.
All right, so let's go back because I accidentally.
Females like that. But we see what's going on. Now, I'm going to show y'all how Golden lies.
Oh, God, look at this.
I'm going to show y'all how Golden lies. Golden is not with nobody, bro. The bitch car is right here.
He literally hopped out of the car, like right in front of where she parked, y'all. Now, come on. You don't understand how this makes him look mentally insane and unstable. He done popped up out the car right there in front of her car. And the dude that is with him, he's just sitting there. He's not telling him to stop. Don't do that. You're making yourself look bad on the internet. He's just gonna let this go down just like this.
I'm at her school. She's at school. The bitch car is right here. This is Golden's car. I guarantee you this is her car. Car seat, all that. I know it is. Look, car seat in there, all that. That's her car. That's the same car that she put up to my house with. Now, here's the thing. She's supposed to be at a friend's house right now, right? Bet you she be in here. Now, I'm not going to walk in recording, but we about to talk to the administrator to see where the fuck Steve is. But that just goes to show you, Golden don't let me see my kids, bro. That's proof that she don't let me see my kids. It ain't no reason.
This is not proof that she does not let him see the kids. This is not proof of that at all. And quite frankly, she said that she was supposed to be going to visit family members and that she might be leaving later on that night. That's what she did say. Now, she probably does not want to be antagonized by young Pharaoh. So she's trying to probably avoid him. And keep in mind that when you go to school, when you're in class, you really need to focus and concentrate on what you're trying to do. You don't have time for all these little silly antics, these little silly games. He obviously has too much time on his hands, you all, because you see what he's doing in his spare time, messing with thought trots, getting high, playing with his little two new friends that showed up out of nowhere, and then on the internet doing all of these antics.
Reason why my daughter can't be at my house right now. she's allegedly at a friend's house. You feel me? But really, she at school. Now let's go in. Listen, y'all. So we up at the school. Y'all see me ringing the doorbell, right? All I'm coming up here to do is talk to the administrator, so I can tell the administrator I ain't trying to fight nobody. It's my bodyguard. He making sure I'm good. We on camera. I got my jewelry on. I ain't trying to fight. This is a $40,000 wristwatch. You feel me? We ain't fighting in that. We ain't fighting in that. This ain't fight gear. We just jumped off a flight. I'm letting y'all know. She done told them not to let me in. She done painted this false narrative of me, right? We at her school, but she lied. Because she in there fucking with this nigga, got this nigga around my kids. Now, my thing is this. I don't care. Just let me know who's around my kids. So, look, I'm going to do it on camera. We're going to ring the bell one more time. We've been out here ringing this bell for about 5-10 minutes. We know motherfuckers is in here. Look, all the cars is out here. Golden car right there. That's her car. We're going to walk y'all up on it. Now, she's supposed to be visiting friends or family right now. Right? And I told her, let me get my daughter. Let me get my baby. Let me get my baby. Right? I told her, let me get my baby. She ain't let me get my baby. She ain't let me get my daughter. It's on the recording that I tried to get my daughter. This bitch lying, playing games. Lying, playing games. Now, they let out at 10 o'clock. I'm going to let y'all know I'm coming back up here at 10 o'clock. Because Steve's going to be coming out here at 10 o'clock. And we pressing niggas at 10 o'clock. So, let me walk y'all over here. I just want to let y'all know. It ain't going to be no fighting. Ain't going to be none of that. But I'm letting y'all know this golden car. So she can't cap. Look, this is golden car. That's my baby. That's my baby car seat right there in the joint.
Look, he literally put the phone up to the window so you can see the car seat in the car. Talking about, this is my baby car seat right there. What in the world?
I'm a car seat, all of that. This is Golden Beauty's car. See that? That's Golden Beauty car. Facts. So she lied. She lied, and she does not let me see my daughter. All I want to do is see my daughter. If anybody know who the fuck Steve is, tell Steve, give me my fair ones, nigga. If you don't want to give me my fair ones, stay the fuck away from my kids without my permission and we gone. But these are the games bitches play. You got to expose bitches. So she's supposed to be with her family right now. Her family from out of town, and that's why I can't see my daughter. But really, the bitch is in there with Steve. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now on this camera, I don't care. I could smash any broad I want. I'm young, handsome, getting money. The bitch is a headache. I don't care, but I do want to be in my kids.
He doesn't care, but he is so concerned about the fact that she's in there with Steve at the freaking Phoenix School of Massage Therapy. Okay? He's concerned that she's in there with Steve, but then he just said he doesn't care because he can get any female he wants. That's not true. There are a lot of females that would not want to even deal with him and his antics after what he's displayed on the internet. And the ones that are dealing with him, they're either dumb or they're trying to get some money or they're trying to use him for some reason. That's what's going on. And he's going to get played by one of these little thought traps. Y'all, this is a mess.
His life. And I'm tired of women trying to demonize black men when we become successful and they too insecure to keep up or too stupid to keep up. They start trying to attack us and say we don't love our kids. We love our motherfucking kids. We love our motherfuckers. You got kids, right? God, you love your kids? My God want to see his kids. We want to see our kids. It's these women. And then they call a white man and drag us through family court. So guess what? We go on to court. We go on to court. Ready?
Yeah, this is a mess. We going to court. We want to see our kids. This is the stuff that you remember the movie Baby Boy with Jodie, with Tyrese Gibson and Taraji Henson, and she basically was no longer dealing with him. I believe he was locked up, and Snoop Dogg was at the house, right? Then all of a sudden, because she was dealing with somebody else, oh, I want to see my son. Let me see my son. But at first, he didn't care because what was he doing? Going messing with his other baby mother, going to get some other female pregnant, driving her car, doing all types of disrespectful stuff, messing with other females. He did not have respect for her. And she was going to work. She was, probably taking care of everything. And what was he doing? The bare minimum. But, in this case, what I will say is that young Pharaoh has produced income because of the support that he's gotten off the internet from the melanated community. So he has used his, his mental acuity and his intellect. And he does have, like I said, he's very charismatic. He's very entertaining. He has a way of, He's a comedian, if you will. He's like the Tekashi 6ix9ine of the internet. And if truth be told, on one of his videos, he did say Tekashi 6ix9ine has been reaching out to him behind the scenes. I forget, I can't recall which video it was, but they do have some similar characteristic traits. They're both short. You know, they're both abusive when it comes to terms of their children's mother. And unfortunately, I had no idea that young Pharaoh would actually turn out this way. I think a lot of females, a lot of melanated females are disappointed with these antics that he's displayed in our very eyes and in the forefront, you know, and it's really sad that it's come to this. But I do think that a lot of what he's doing is for entertainment purposes, but some of what you're seeing is a part of who his personality really is and part of who his what his character really is all about. And you all, he does need to seek some type of help, some type of counseling, if you will, some type of therapy, some type of healing needs to take place, because all he's going to do is continue this repetitive cycle with the next female that falls for his antics. So let's continue, you all.
We going to court for sure. Oh, we going to court, bitch. Oh, we going. I'm coming for my kids. Motherfuckers talking about, oh, Pharaoh, you need to get back to the knowledge. I ain't getting back to shit until I get my motherfucking kids. Y'all can get the fuck out of here. Now, with that being said, we out. I'm about to upload this video on YouTube right now. By the time y'all watch this shit, I will be back on my way up here. I'm coming up here at 9. I'm going to be up here 9:30, 10 o'clock sharp, because we about to catch Steve. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. I pull up.
Yo, he's really on a mission. Like I said, young Pharaoh is on a rampage, y'all. He done showed up at the school. He has gotten off of the flight from Miami. He was walking through the airport with his mask halfway off. He's basically on a speakerphone with Golden Beauty. He's worried about Steve, worried about who was holding his daughter. He wants to see Amma. He wants to see his toddler. He has pulled up to the school. He's rung the doorbell. The administrative office will not allow him in. So basically, he's getting back in the car. He's telling us that he's gonna take Golden Beauty to court. They're going to court, and he means it. Now, this is the same guy who said he did not believe in, you know, the antics of involving the court system in his personal affairs. He does not believe in involving all of these, you know, different entities into what he's doing personally, but yet and still he's threatening to take his child's mother to court. Okay, now he's emotional in his feelings. So you all, let's hear what he has to say next, because he's pulling off with aggression.
Ain't gonna whoop his ass though. Y'all got my word. We ain't gonna whoop his ass. So if any police watching, we ain't gonna whoop his ass. But I do have a right as a man to ask.
Now he's trying to say this because he recalls the other day that he just put a hit out on Steve and Golden Beauty for $5,000. So now he's trying to retract his statements, you all. So he keeps saying, we ain't gonna do this, but we're gonna pull up. Okay. But he's already made the threats. So now he's trying to backtrack and retract what he stated already.
Ask this nigga, who the fuck you think you is, hold my daughter? Who the fuck you think you is, hold my daughter? I'll blow your fucking brains out. Facts.
Now he just made a threat. Who do you think you is? Who do you think you are holding my daughter? I'll blow your brains out. That is a threat.
I'll blow your fucking head off. Nigga, don't.
How many times have we heard him say this? He said it about Golden Beauty. He'll blow her brains out. He told the shapeshifter, the stupid female that keeps going over there, the one that he threatened with a gun, he told her the same thing. So this is the same dude that asked people, do you trust me with your life? Do you trust me with your life? But then he turns around and says that he'll shoot someone. And then we have seen him brandish a firearm over the internet, and he's openly admitted that he's a felon. So how many counts does he want to have? How many warrants does he want taken out for his arrest? At this point, he's building a case against himself. And then you have these two quote unquote bodyguards, just yes men that are not even telling him to stop his antics. They're not even trying to talk sense into him, I guess, because they feel that they can't talk sense into him and they're scared to tell him the truth.
Play with my kids. Don't play with mine. Other than that, get money. Let's get some money.
All right. So enough of that. So now he's in the car, and now we're going to hear him go on a rant, y'all.
No matter who the fuck you are, no matter what the fuck you do for a living, if you're dealing with me, you are on camera. Facts. Now, I said to say this, right? I want black women to know this specifically, right? And I got witnesses. Y'all about to start seeing me talking to women that's not black. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. I have thrown the ball to multiple black women of lower class. And my boy know I'm not lying. And y'all all dropped the ball. You feel me? Let's go down the road. My son's mother, right? When I met my son's mother, this bitch gonna lie. This bitch gonna lie. We're not doing that though. When I met my son's mother, I was selling weed out this bitch car, all kind of shit. Okay? Don't let this bitch lie. This bitch is not a hood bitch, none of that. If you're from Buffalo, you know where that bitch from Cheektowaga. She went to Cheektowaga Central. Okay? Now when I met my son's mother, you feel me? It's a certain parts of her character that I still fuck with. But I don't like when motherfuckers be faking and trying to be insecure and be lying about who they are on the camera. I don't like that. We're not doing that. When I met my son's mother, I ain't gonna say nothing negative or try to play her on this camera or none of that, because I don't try to play nobody in front of people. So I'm gonna say this, right? But we are about to go to war since my kids' mothers want to go to war. I'm gonna show y'all what war look like. Now, when I met my son's mother, she was like 115, 120 pounds, right? She shot her shot at me. Her and her best friend Tashira. They put up on me. They wanted my number. My son's mom was working at fucking McDonald's on Jefferson and fucking William. Bitch asked me for my number. I didn't ask her for her number.
All right, so I'm going to stop it right here because I just want to interject right here. Now, why does he have to mention where she was working? Whether she was working at McDonald's or Wendy's, doesn't really matter. At that age, because she was so young, she was a teenager, she did have a job and she was trying to make money. So what difference does it make? At least she was not out there trying to sell drugs. At least she wasn't trying to sell her body like the shapeshifters that you had at your house, like Martina, like the OnlyFans person. So you have so much forgiveness for these strangers, but for your child's mother, the one that shares your genetic material and DNA, you both have produced a child and a living force, a living life into this universe. You don't have the respect to even acknowledge the fact that she was trying to make a living for herself and try to have a way to support herself and to have some money. You can't even respect her that much, but you can let these freeloaders, these freeloading strangers come to your house, some of which you claim you've known for 4 to 5 years, but that still does not hold a candle to the fact that these females have actually gave birth and life to your children, but yet you disrespect them on so many levels. You degrade them on so many levels. You're treating them lower and you're speaking of them lower than dirt. But you have so much regard for these females that came off of Instagram.
Remember? She was on my dick. Okay, she was on my dick because I was thugging, gang. Now, she was on my dick. God. Now.
Really, does anyone take him seriously with that little voice? He's already got the short man syndrome complex, Napoleon complex. And he talks like this. Okay, no bass. So right there, guys like this, what they do, they have to overcompensate. I've seen this scenario play out for myself. When they are like this, they want to be taken seriously, so they overcompensate for what they feel they're lacking in their manhood. If he really was confident in the person that he claims that he is and the person he claims to be, he doesn't have to even put on this role. He doesn't have to display this type of character or this type of behavior. But since he's short and since he has this little squeaky voice, he has to try to overcompensate for what he feels he does not have in his manhood, you all. That's what this is all about.
I changed my life on my own. I started working 2 jobs on my own. I tell y'all that all the time. I started working at Family Dollar and Olive Garden on my own. I was scheduled to go to...
So he was working at Family Dollar and Olive Garden. How is that any better than McDonald's? Because they're all restaurants. Okay, it's just that McDonald's is a fast food restaurant. Many people had their start at McDonald's as a first job. Luckily, I didn't have to resort to that. I've never worked in fast food, but I did work at an amusement park many years ago. And I worked at the pretzel stand, you all, and I was 15 years old. But I'm going to tell you, he is degrading these females in every facet that he can think of. Golden Beauty is going to massage therapy school. Do you understand how much a massage therapist makes per hour? They start with the likes of at least $50 to $60 an hour. So to say that she wants to sit around and do nothing is certainly not true, because in order to deal with an infant And to deal with a toddler means that you have to exert a lot of energy. Kids take up a lot of energy. And I don't think that he really understands the magnitude of what a female has to go through when it comes to the dynamics of taking care of and raising little children. You have to literally do everything for them. You have to feed them. You have to clothe them. You have to bathe them. You have to, when they're hungry, you got to fix them something to eat. When they're thirsty, you got to get them a drink. They want a snack, you got to get them a snack. When they want to be entertained, you have to play with them. They're crying, you have to find out what's wrong with them. You always are busy dealing with children this very young. So then you factor in the dynamic that she has to take care of herself. Forget the fact if she's sick or not feeling well or have a headache or not in the mood or feeling depressed or having anxiety because of what he's putting her through. She still has to have the energy and the mental fortitude to carry on and have the emotional stability and be in her right psychological frame of mind to deal with a toddler and to deal with an infant. And you mean to say that she's no good, she's the B word, she's all of this that you're plastering over the internet. And then you have the children that are going to see this one day, and all of her family and all of her friends and all of her associates that can pull this information right up. So forget the fact that you're humiliating her over the internet. She's still having to take care of the children that you decided to make with her, that carry your genetic DNA and your genetic material as well, because they're half her and half you. And these are the dynamics you wish to resort to over the internet. You want to resort to these antics, and you want to talk about your children's mother as if they are lower than dirt. And this is very disparaging. It's very disheartening to watch, and it's very cringeworthy. I don't see him displaying any of these antics towards anyone else but these two in particular, because he feels that he can do it and get away with it. There's a reason that his other child's mother decided not to live in Katy, Texas with them. And that's because she has more family support where she is in New York. And I don't blame her. I would take the family support over being mentally abused, because he's very, very mentally abusive. He's not only that, he's emotionally abusive. Not only that, he is verbally abusive and psychologically abusive. So when you factor all of that in turn will lead to physical abuse. And Golden Beauty said, and so did the other child's mother say, that he has physically put his hands on them. So he's abusive. He has an abusive character, abusive personality traits that he needs to get help for. Why is he abusive? Because when he was younger and when he was a child, I'm pretty sure someone abused him. And he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about the real dynamics of what his childhood was really like. He talks about the fact that he was kicked out at the age of 13. He talks about the fact that he didn't have a father. He also talks about the fact that he really didn't have a mother because she was on drugs. But he doesn't want to go into what happened, because I'm pretty sure someone abused him in more than one way. And so they say hurt people hurt people. And instead of him getting help, he decides to go around and hurt other melanated females. And then he wants to talk about them in a disparaging manner and make them seem like they're less than what they really are, which he should be trying to uplift them. But he doesn't know how to do that because he has not healed himself. So he was not even ready to be a father, let alone be a potential partner for a female that allegedly went through some abuse in her past and her background. This is why I say this is a dynamic that's plaguing the melanated community with all of this trauma that needs to stop. It's a cyclical process that keeps being repetitive. And then on top of that, it's unhealed. This is why I titled this video Melanated Male Unleashed, because you're seeing it play out for yourself when trauma goes unhealed, and it needs to stop. This is a man-child personality, man-child characteristics. It's an epidemic that's plaguing the melanated community. And I'm pointing it out here. So if any females see that they're going through this, or they see these characteristics being displayed, you may want to go ahead and get out of that situation, because it could turn out worse. You might have been in this situation. Thank God that you did not have kids or get pregnant by someone like this.
I was scheduled to go to my bad, just somebody getting a picture of the car. I was scheduled to go to whatchamacallit. I was gonna tell him shout the vlog out. I was scheduled to go to this Art Institute of Pittsburgh for animation graphics design, right? Now I said to say this. When I changed my life, all the bitches must have thought I was lame or something. You feel me? When I stopped selling weed and doing this stupid ass shit, I ain't gonna say stupid. When I stopped having to survive with a certain mentality, that's when shit changed. Now I'm gonna say this. My son mom, right? Let's go down the list. My son mom. I met her. She came into my life 10 months before I got out of jail. I did 3.5 years.
Now we got to go back down memory lane again. How many times have we heard it? He needs a counselor. He needs someone to listen to him. He needs therapy, because every video he goes on these rants and tirades about his life and his past. That has nothing to do with what Golden Beauty has going on with him right now and why he showed up to her school worried about a guy named Steve holding his baby. That has nothing to do with that. You all, want to say protect your energy. Golden Beauty, her energy is totally different. And I'm going to show you a video with her, the dynamics of what her day is like versus the dynamics of what his day is like. Protect your energy. She seems to be empathetic, or she seems to be an empath. And a lot of times what they say is that empaths attract people such as this right here, which is called parasitic energy. He's a parasitic energy because he has parasitic spirits on him. The parasitic spirits probably were obtained when he started dealing with these strange females that have demonic energy attached to them. And what he's doing now, he's projecting all of that energy onto Golden Beauty. And unfortunately, his two daughters are a witness to all of this nonsense. And they can feel all of this energy that's being passed back and forth between the two of them. I also want to talk about spiritual immaturity, because although he said that he's spiritual and he's tapped in, what you're witnessing right now is spiritual immaturity and emotional immaturity. Also, what I want to say is you want to protect yourself at all costs, even if it means protecting yourself. I took notes on it. Even if you have to protect yourself against the child's father or the child's mother, I don't care if it's a parent of yours, a sister, a brother, a cousin, your best friend. And when someone is pulling on your energy in such a negative facet, in a negative way, you need to pull yourself out of that dynamic so you can do what you need to do for yourself. Golden Beauty is doing the right thing by keeping her distance and keeping away from this lunatic and the psychopath, because he's having an episode, you all. And if he's doing this on the camera, if he's doing this in front of us, you can only imagine what he does when he's not on camera, behind the scenes. Okay? People will contaminate your dreams, your goals, your situations with their own personal negative experiences, energy, and negative thoughts. I wrote that down because it's very true. All right. He's being very negative, and it seems as though Golden Beauty is trying to be very positive. Okay. I also want to say, hold your innermost dreams close and tell no one, because people will single-handedly try to ruin it subconsciously. So when she said that she wanted to go to massage school and do what she wanted to do, I don't really see him supporting her so much, because what he's worried about is himself. He's worried about building up his YouTube fan base. And if you pay attention to his subscribers, they are growing on the daily basis. He's growing like hundreds of subscribers daily by posting these videos. So he knows what he's doing. This is not by accident. This is by design. And he's doing it at the hands of, basically, he's doing it in a way that Golden Beauty is basically suffering in the process of it, because he's using her as content. Okay. So it's at the demise of Golden Beauty in her energy, in a sense. So now what I'm going to do is talk about Golden Beauty. So let me stop sharing the screen, and then I'm going to go to Golden Beauty's page, you all. Okay. Still down the world. What is it? Still down to go to the world with them choppers, but I'm spiritual. All right, let me stop playing. All right, so now let's pull up Golden Beauty. All right. And I just want you to pay attention to her whole aura, her whole vibe. I said this before when the thought trot, was all up in her face trying to fight Golden Beauty. Golden Beauty does not give up that ratchet project ghetto energy or that mentality. You all, she has what she does have, even though she's young and people think she's so naive. She has spiritual maturity. And see, that's what people don't understand. There's a difference between being book smart and having a lot of intellect, but what she does have is spiritual intellect and spiritual maturity. Because on one of her videos, she spoke about the ancestral realm, and she does have ancestors that have been protecting her, and she does have ancestors behind the scenes that are fighting for her. So what she's doing, she said she was keeping still and allowing her ancestors to fight her battles, you all. That is powerful as I don't know what. A lot of people don't even begin to understand the depths of what she's speaking about. So she's not being so retaliatory, but she's letting, you know how they say be still, sit still. She's, in a sense, she's doing that because she knows that she has someone looking out for her, and that's very powerful. She has a very healing energy. She has a very steady, warm energy. And unfortunately, young Pharaoh and her got together, and he is like an energetic parasite at this point. And he has allowed other energetic parasites and other energetic entities to contaminate his energy, and therefore to turn around and try to contaminate Golden Beauty, but she's not allowing it. So let's watch Golden Beauty, you all, and see what she has to say about all of this. Let me share my screen. Okay, here we go. I want you to look at the type of energy that she conveys on camera, and you can actually just tap into it, and you can understand that she's very maternal, and she was meant to be a mother. I don't know if she was meant to. I shouldn't say that because then she wouldn't have the kids that she have. But what I will say is be very careful with whom you choose to procreate with and who you choose to have kids with, you all. It's very important. All right, so let's play this video. Look at the little cutie right there. You all, I don't think people understand what a blessing it is to be able to procreate, and to actually, that is the highest, most rewarding job that you have in the world. That is the biggest responsibility you'll ever have in life, is rearing children, bringing forth life into this world. It's magical, you all. It's angelic. And to have these two little princesses, to be blessed with two healthy children, people take that for granted. And I don't think young Pharaoh understands the magnitude of the blessing that has been bestowed upon him. To be able to have a son is one thing, because he can teach that little boy, if he knew what it was to be a king. And then he could teach these little princesses what how a man should treat a woman. And that's how they grow up to see how a man should treat them. And unfortunately, he's not setting the precedence, nor is he setting the example for any of the children. What he's teaching is abuse, and that's not okay. And so someone has to break the cycle, because I'm pretty sure he's been abused in his life. This is why he's acting like this.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I am feeling really well today. I just started off a new morning routine. That's going to be my routine. With everything going on in my life just seeming so chaotic, I was thinking, like, I have been completely off my routine. I feel completely different. I feel completely drained. My energy is just not there. Everything is reflecting my mind, how chaotic it is right now. And I was just really craving a good routine and just to refocus my mind and get me back to a state of alignment, pretty much. So, you know, this is going to be my new routine. I am going to start actually unpacking my stuff. There's just been a lot of procrastination because with me, my mind has to be in a good state uh, to function properly, completely properly. So, and I have not been in that. So, um, I just got to get some things together. It is a new moon in Virgo, so maybe that's the burst of energy that wants to get everything organized, get everything together, get back in a proper state of mind. So I'm gonna utilize the energy and get my life together. And I know you guys are gonna ask me what was I writing in? What is that? It is a writing prompt journal, basically gives me topics to write about. I know for me, I have so much in my mind and I need to figure out a healthy way to release. I used to journal a lot, but I kind of got thrown off and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get back into the groove of that. That helps me so much, helps me release my thoughts and stuff like that, my feelings. That particular one is focusing on shadow work, and that's what my main focus is right now is shadow work. So yeah, I guess I'm restarting my healing journey, restarting or I'm pausing my healing journey and about to pretty much dive deep in that again. For those of you who want something similar, your girl, Amazon. Um, I think I'm gonna make an Amazon list and link. I think that would be good because I be advertising Amazon a hell of a lot, so I might as well just make a little Amazon influencer list thing. So now I'm about to get ready for school. Um, do my test. I have literally like 2 or 3 weeks left of school, and I am super excited. It was a hell of a journey to go to school with my children. You know, m- run around, jump from house to house. Um, try to focus as much as I can, even though it's so hard and so difficult.
Now, listen to what she said, you all. She took her kids with her to school and still went to school. She only has 2 to 3 weeks left. So, throughout all of these adversities, she's showing you that she still has that warrior spirit, that warrior dynamic, because she is the sign of the Aries. That's the sign of the Ram. That is a warrior sign. That's a fire sign, you all. She's showing you her resilience. And one thing that I do know for sure about Aries, you cannot take an Aries down easily. It takes a multitude of people to try to destroy an Aries. And that's because they have that fire spirit. And so she's not going down without a fight. She's still fighting for her life, you all. She's not fighting only for herself, but her children as well. While you have this lunatic on the internet trying to humiliate and embarrass her, because I don't even think he's in his right frame of mind at this point. It seems that he has been heavily influenced by toxic entities, spiritual demons, and substances. Okay. And so now we're just getting a look at, the other side of young Pharaoh. So this was already something that probably resided within his spirit, within his soul, and it was buried deep within him, and now it's just protruding out. And now everything is coming to the forefront in front of the cameras. But I'm sure Golden Beauty has witnessed a lot of his antics behind the scenes, but she just did not speak out on it because she knows that destroying his character on the internet would inadvertently probably just destroy his brand and destroy everything that he was building. And therefore, if she's supposed to be his female or his woman, she doesn't want to tarnish that because that is a way that he was making his living. That's how he was taking care of them at one point in time.
Um, but I can't believe literally I'm almost done. I thought this process was going to be way longer. Um, it was long, but I'm just really proud of myself for honestly sticking through with this and, you know, going above and beyond to make sure I complete this. It's more than, oh, just going to school, you could transfer, whatever. It was definitely something like, I need to accomplish this. I need to finish this, especially with where I started it. So I love my classmates. My classmates are wonderful, great people. Um, Definitely made the this. Okay, so I had to leave early from school.
Why does she have to leave early from school, you all? She's going to tell you. She's going to tell you in just a second, as soon as this ad finishes.
Keep it.
This is a mess, you all.
Today because someone wants to call to my school making threats
Hot mess.
and stuff like that. And then when I actually come up to my school, trying to fight somebody who honestly didn't do nothing. Like, why are you so upset about a decision that you made? Like, I feel like I personally shouldn't have to live in fear because a person cannot leave me the hell alone and then want to try to use the kids as an excuse as why you can't leave me alone. This person was being so rude to me, being so mean to me when we first separated. Despite my efforts, trying to, you know, make sure he has a relationship with the kids, you know, it was always an issue, it was always a problem. So I don't get why when I finally am over you and I'm finally just simply living, I'm not even living for nobody else. I'm not trying to be with nobody else. That is very much known in multiple videos and multiple conversations that I had with people who do take interest in me. I don't need no man or anybody to make me feel better or make life worth living. Well, besides my kids, obviously. But I don't need to fill a spot just because another spot opened up. Like, so I don't get why people are so obsessed with.
Now, what she said was very, very powerful, you all. I really commend her for saying that, because I think other melanated females need to hear exactly what she said. That's a very profound statement that she made, and that speaks volumes about her character and about her strength, because a lot of females think that they need a man to validate who they are, because young Pharaoh keeps talking about he can get any woman he can get. It's plenty of baddies and this and that. Nah, gang. Okay, who cares? But I'm going to tell you one thing. He's not going to find the type of energy, the type of spirit, the type of spiritual intellect and intelligence that Golden Beauty possesses. What I've seen over there compared to her, they don't hold a candle. And he knows this. She is very solid in character as an individual. And you can tell that she does not have to resort to some of the degrading antics of the females that he has around him. You have trash versus treasure, but you chose to pick trash. And now you want to downgrade your treasure, but you can't downgrade your treasure, because guess what? When you have something that is this special, there's nothing you can do to tear it down. There's nothing you can do to dismantle it. There's nothing you can do to break it. You may mishandle it, but you cannot break her. Okay. She, like I said, she's a sign of Aries. She's a sign of the ram, and she's a warrior by nature. This is what Aries is born under, the sign of warrior and the sign of the ram. And they are also possess fire. So with that being said, okay, in the words of young Pharaoh, all of his antics are not working against her. Now she's handling it on camera from what we can see in a very calm demeanor. But behind the scenes, I do believe she can get quite rowdy. But he has probably pushed her to those limits. He knows how to antagonize her and try to get a certain reaction from her. And that's exactly all these antics that you see that's playing out with these other females, and he keeps trying to demean her and character assassinate her. This is what's going on. And so you can't respect a male and have respect for him as a man when he would resort to such low vibrational antics and frequencies. The one person of all that used to say that the Black woman was God. Well, you have a Black woman that you were blessed to have children with, and this is how you treat the mother of your two princesses. Now this is how you treat their mother. So his logic is all off, all thrown off. And so I commend her for making that very profound statement that she does not need a man to basically validate her life and who she is as a person. There are a lot of women that are way older, that's twice her age, that still seek a man for validation, that still think they need a man to validate them. This is why you have broken women who go out of their way to do any and everything for a man that's still a man child, because she's the one working, she's the one cooking, she's the one cleaning, she's doing all these things, and he's really giving minimal effort, but she's doing it for the sake of saying, I have a man. He can break her spirit, he will tarnish her character, and she still finds a way to forgive him because she has a man. So there are a lot of women out here who would rather be broken with a broken man than to be whole without a man. And so I commend Golden Beauty for saying that, because I think a lot of older women should pay attention to what she just said. That was very profound. That is something that she has a strong nature, very strong demeanor for being able to take all that she's taken from this person, being humiliated on the internet, and still keeping her sanity, you all.
Just bothering me and like just obsessed with me. Like, okay, y'all, this is the end of the video. I just want to say from this day forward, I genuinely declare peace into my life. I am no longer entertaining any bullcrap. I am no longer entertaining even commenters who are trying to, take me out of my element. Any negative thing, doesn't matter if you're family, doesn't matter if you're exes, doesn't matter if you're strangers. Every single thing that is negative or doesn't resonate with me or just brings me a negative energy, simply getting blocked. I am no longer wasting my time, wasting my breath, defending myself. I am no longer.
Now, if she was one of these people that young Pharaoh claims she was, she's project, she's ghetto, she's this and that. You remember when she showed up at the house, she was holding the baby, and the ghetto trash came out there and got in her face and wanted to fight her in front of her kids. That's what you call ghetto project ratchet trash. Golden Beauty did not display those antics. And what you see right now, if she really was of that caliber, if she was that low grade type of female, she will be on the internet making all these videos about him, trying to tarnish, assassinate his character, saying disparaging things about him. She's not resorting to his antics. She's actually showing that she's above him spiritually, above him emotionally, above him mentally. Because if she was on that low level, then she would keep responding every time he makes a video. And she's simply not doing that. She does make posts, but she's not coming on and attacking him in the same nature in which he's attacking her. She's not trying to throw all these things in his face that he's thrown in her face. And so what we see is a dynamic playing out that's revealing the true inner demons inside of young Pharaoh, you all. And it's very ugly to witness, and it's very disparaging to watch. Now, what I would like to do is I would like for us to review what some of the melanated guys are saying in the community, because I think it's very important that we get a discourse and a dialogue going on within the community that is going to be more uplifting than anything. So let me go through here and see what's going on. All right, so this guy right here, it says shut up and react. So this is what I don't like, and I'm going to tell you why. Share screen. All right, let me see. Is it right here? So if you look at my screen, hopefully you can see it. It's coming up here. It says, young Pharaoh pulls up on Steve, the masseuse or Golden Beauty's man. First of all, anyway, I'm going to leave people spelling alone because not everybody, and they don't know any better. But anyway, BEAUTY''S if you're going to make a title, okay? That shows possession, not BEAUTIES, which shows plural, meaning more than one. There's only one Golden Beauty that we're referencing. So already this, never mind. But anyway, let's look at the antics here, y'all.
Golden don't already know. Now she can get on this internet and say what she want to say.
Imagine me clicking. Imagine a sane person clicking on something to watch it and then type it in the comments. Yo, why you doing this content? Instead of asking me why I'm doing this content, ask yourself why you click on it. Let's go, young.
All right, so you see already there. This is what I'm talking about with man-child tendencies. Because if you're going to make a video, let it be constructive criticism. But right now, all you can see is that he looks at this as entertainment for himself. He looks at this as clickbait for his channel. When he talking about, let's go. What if Golden Beauty were his daughter? What if Golden Beauty were his niece? What if Golden Beauty were his sister? Or what if Golden Beauty was someone related to him or a close friend, family member, or relative? These are the results of the antics that you wish to portray in the melanated community. This is sad. And for him to be a melanated guy, this is the best that you can do. This is what I'm saying. I have never seen such disparaging antics from melanated men. Like, it gets worse and worse as time goes on, you all. And so we need to talk about it and we need to call it out when we see it because it's ridiculous. And he looks like he could be in his 30s, might be approaching 40s, and that's what he's choosing to do with his time and with himself. All right, let's continue. There was someone else that I wanted to point out to you all that I thought was quite ridiculous. And we're going to pull it up and we're going to talk about it because this needs to stop. Like, the epidemic of the man-child in the melanated community is spreading like wildfire, you all. It is an epidemic in the melanated community once again. And I'm pointing out these man children so you can see exactly what their antics look like. All right. There was one other guy on here. Let's see if I can find him. Let's see. Put the name in the put the name here in this. He might pop up. I might have written his channel down. Let me see if I have it written. All right, let's see if we can find him so you all know. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's see if I can find his video. Oh, it's getting warm in here. Okay, here we go. Got it. Another man boy tactic, you all. Let's pull this up so you can see what a man child looks like and the thinking of a man child. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. so you can see this for yourself. Now think about it. Melanated men in the community, you think that they're going to come on and have something constructive to say to either one of these young individuals that are still fairly young. All right. Now, I know that Pharaoh, he's a couple of years from 30, but in dealing with terms of melanated guys, that's still like they're in their teenage years because they don't really mature, and they don't start to mature until they get like 40 to 45, which is really sad. That's why I can't understand why most melanated guys are like that. But apparently that's the norm here, and I wasn't aware of it. But most of them don't actually start maturing until they get like 40 to 45 mentally. And it's really sad. So you're going to see what I'm talking about, because watch this. Low key, T for life. All right, let's cut that.
.com/low-key-G.
You can hear from how he speaks that this is like low vibrational.
Listen to this shit right here. Wow. So I'm assuming he's talking to Golden Beauty. It says Golden at the top. You know, I don't. Hopefully he's not just texting himself. This isn't some bullshit, but I'll read it because it's kind of blurry. It says, so now this is Golden, and then I'll tell you when it's young Pharaoh, and then it's Golden. Okay. So this is Golden speaking. She's saying, so now you are penny anything. I don't know. So now you are penny anything on me and saying I'm a mean person when I am the nicest. This fucking girl you sound. You are stupid.
You are. I want you to look at how many likes and dislikes he has. He has almost just as many dislikes as he does have likes. He has 23 dislikes and 29 likes. And some of those are probably personal people that he knows. So I'm just letting you know the man-child does exist, and it is an epidemic. I'm going to say it again, that's plaguing the melanated community, and we need to cease. We need to disintegrate it. We need to exterminate them because this needs to stop. But let's hear what the man-child has to say, so you know how to spot and recognize their mentality and their antics in case you're dealing with one of these.
Stupid and getting played like always, but keep believing. Damn, this bitch can't even write, but keep believing them white people.
Now, when he says the B word, he's referencing Golden Beauty. Okay. So already he thinks it's okay to reference her as the B word. That needs to stop. And the females that are referencing themselves as the B word, maybe that's what they can be called, but Golden Beauty does not even fit that category. So why are you even referring to her in that nature or in that manner? So once again, man-child tendencies right here. This is a man-child mentality way of thinking. This is someone that's allegedly in a man's body, but still operating in the mentality of a child.
You are a coon ass nigga, and my kids will never see you ever. Okay, that was Golden. I guess they were talking about him hiring a white nanny. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this is young Pharaoh responding. Young Pharaoh says, no, she is not upset because of that. It's simply the way you carry yourself and speak to people. He also says, okay, that's fine, but take ownership for your actions and you will not keep my children away from me. All right. So Golden Beauty, this is what triggered me to make this video. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I had a moment. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Now I understand why young Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying, want to hit this bitch with an uppercut and a drop kick. You know what I mean? So Golden Beauty responds saying, and I'm like I said, I'm assuming this is the real Golden Beauty. This ain't no manufactured, doctored up text thread. But Golden Beauty responds saying, you will not see the kids. This is my final straw because you allow people to lie on me, and I see the type of person that you are. So goodbye. Your numbers will be blocked. I don't need you for shit. And you can fuck off. Listen to this. You can fuck off and die for all I care. And then she also says this. I hope you honestly get killed. Oh my God. Yo. The violation. You know what I'm saying? I have no words. Okay, this whole situation, yes, is very dysfunctional, but god damn, to tell the father of your children you can fuck off and die for all I care. To say to the father of your children, I hope you honestly get killed. Holy fuck. And it's like, damn, it's like, okay, I understand. People, we get mad. Like, we all been in relationships where, like, yeah, you never been in love if you never wanted the person you love to die. Let's have a real conversation. That's how mad, sometimes you get a relationship. You're like, man, I wish this motherfucker was dead. But
So he's basically admitting that he has wished that a female has died that he's been in a relationship with, that he was allegedly in love with. That's what he's telling you. So that shows you the man-child mentality of his behavior and the emotional state, the emotional immaturity that he has inside of him. And he thinks this is all funny, and he thinks it's all games and jokes, and it's entertainment for him. So he's sitting back laughing while the melanated community is suffering because we have too many man children and man boys out here that are practicing these very same tactics and scenarios day in and day out. But let's continue.
but those are for dysfunctional relationships, you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is this. You have women out here that the dudes get them pregnant and then the dude just runs off. They don't take care of their kids, and the woman is left there wondering to herself, why doesn't, you know what I'm saying, my child have a father? The woman is there wondering why won't he take care of his children? And then on the polar opposite spectrum is you have a young Pharaoh. So let's just keep it 100. Okay, I'm not dick riding. We just keeping it a fact. I'm gonna be honest with you. I jumped off the young Pharaoh ship a couple of years ago, but I call it what it is. We don't idol worship. We objective over here. We control our emotions over here. But you got a self-made boss. Young Pharaoh's a self-made boss. Right? And you can say whatever you want to say about him, but when young Pharaoh says he's going to do something, he follows up with it. Okay? So you have an independent self-made boss over here who really is, financially capable of taking care of his children. And then the chick that he's messing with, she really ain't got shit popping off. All she got is his YouTube channel. Hopefully it's monetized. But other than that, I don't see any other streams of income. She's going to this massage school. Shout out Steve, respectfully.
Now, she just had 2 kids, you all. One is about 8 to 9 months old. The other is still a toddler. So with that being said, you have to factor in that she has been basically pregnant for 9 months, almost back to back, and taking care of an infant and another child. So when did she have time to really do much of anything if young Pharaoh told her he wanted her to stay home and be a housewife, and that's what they agreed to? But she's supposed to have something popping off at the age of 24. She met him at 19, and this is what they decided to do. So again, this is the antics of the man-child mentality, because he's not even understanding the magnitude of what it is to parent or be a mother. But let's hear what he has to say, because this is some nonsense. And you can tell that he's not a full-grown melanated man mentally, because he wouldn't even be thinking in this frame of mind.
Steve, you better watch your back, nigga.
It's funny.
You better watch your back, Steve. You might want to stay in the house, Steve. The police on him was saying he was punching me and the baby. And I don't believe that shit. And so it's just very interesting. It's just very interesting when you take a step back and you just look at it. When you see that there's women that they're struggling and they just wish that they had some help by the motherfucker that helped create this baby.
So this is what he chooses to compare the situation and scenario to. That should not be the norm in the melanated community, you all. It should not be the norm that men or males impregnate a female and then they run and don't take care of the child. When was that ever supposed to be the norm? So this is what he wishes to compare this scenario to, a very low vibrational dynamic. So that lets you know that he's a low vibrational, has a low vibrational mentality. Because why would you not compare this scenario to someone that you would choose to be as a successful father, but you rather compare him to all the other low vibrational entities out here? And basically what he's alluding to is the fact that Golden Beauty should be happy that he's even dealing with the children and taking care of the children. Well, that's what he's supposed to do. A man's supposed to do what? Provide and protect. They have 2 jobs, and a lot of them can't even do one of those 2. So that lets you know what type of standards he has, you all. And he's trying to set the precedence that most melanated females should have those same standards, a very low standard, which I don't think that Golden Beauty should even listen to any of this nonsense. I know this is nothing that she would even entertain, you all. Very low vibrational frequencies here.
And then you look at the women that they don't have much of shit. And they got a nigga that's financially capable of helping take care of the kid, but they holding the baby hostage out of emotions because they mad. Because they mad.
Listen to him.
Nigga, but she want the nigga to care about them kids. Or number 3, the parents are together, but they hate each other. And they acting like the children can't sense that. You see what I'm saying? Shit is crazy, man. When was the last time you seen 2 niggas in a marriage happy? When was the last time you seen that? When was the last does an individual have to be in to tell the mother or father of their children, your greatest create, how can human being that I need? Look at the world that we living in today. Look at the babies.
Yeah, this is so annoying. Like, people like this, you can tell he was one of the ones in class not paying attention, cutting up, and he probably was not that smart.
I guess I can never be in this. Imagine being in a situation where the mother of my children is telling me, I'm not going to let you see your children. Person that tell you, I hope you die. I hope you die. That has baggage, right? Now, me, I'm gonna just be honest with you. It would take a special girl for me to talk to a woman with kids. If she's special, all right. Because at the end of the day, that I understand that could have been me. I could have had two or 3 kids by nabs.
It's probably a good thing he doesn't have kids if he has this type of mentality. He needs to mature. So any female out there, if you see this guy coming towards you, be very, very weary, okay? And actually, let's go ahead and click on his YouTube channel, because he was giving a scenario about the fact that he was getting it in at the age of 12. She was the baddest chick in this. He called her the B word, because that's how I guess he refers to females, as the B word in the school. And you can ask people, and I'll show you her Facebook page, you all. You know what that sounds like? He was in disbelief that this female would even have anything to do with him by the looks of what I saw. So this is the guy that's doing all this talking. This is what he looks like, you all. This is who it is. So you are, you know what? That's why I'm saying everybody is trying to make a YouTube channel or has a YouTube channel and they want to talk about Golden Beauty, young Pharaoh, without any constructive criticism to provide, without telling any type of scenarios that will provide feedback to be helpful. But everything to them is entertainment, a game, and a joke. And this is the antics of a man-child. I can't listen to any more of the nonsense, you all, because my brain just won't allow. My brain won't even allow me to entertain such nonsense. There's one other person that I wanted to point out to you all. So what I do look for is I look for content that has some type of meaning to it, because that right there was not it. Let's go into the history section, and I believe this is it right here. Yep, this is it. And You see that I take notes on this video, but he made a whole lot of sense, you all. And I'm going to share my screen so you can see this for yourself. All right, this is everybody knows who this individual is. This is King World News. He's real popular on YouTube. I don't really listen to him too much, but I have been listening to him lately give his opinion about what's been going on with young Pharaoh, because I think it's a very interesting dynamic that's playing out right now. And this conversation needs to be had and needs to be highlighted in the melanated community so people can recognize these tactics, these antics, and we can exterminate it. So he did make some really good points here. And I just want to play some of what he had to say. This is the difference between logic versus illogical, okay? Because what we just witnessed was very illogical mentality, very illogical way of thinking.
So now I'm about to get ready for school.
Like, she been saying that over and over again, you know what I'm saying, in reference to, her finishing her class, which I do understand, and, she like her classmates as well, people that she done grew fond of or whatever. It's just crazy that Pharaoh wasn't respectful enough to say, well, okay, I see, you don't want to deal with me. It's some things that happen with us you ain't feeling. You want to move on. Okay, all right, bump it then, move on. I don't understand why he couldn't have just allowed for her to do that and still been instrumental in her life. Even if he wanted to turn up, if he still wanted to get lit at the crib, if he wanted to deal with multiple women, even if he wanted to hang around men and spend his money on men, playing, touch football and stuff in the grass, shirtless and shoeless, that would have been cool too, as long as Golden and the kids was straight. Because she don't appear to be lazy, but the way Pharaoh was saying it, like, oh, she want me to take care of her and stuff. If she was lazy and wasn't trying to do something, if she wasn't trying to do not one damn thing, she would be riding off of the fact of you being somewhat, of a public figure. And of course you did state, Pharaoh, that you got them $2 million. Say you made $2 million. Yeah, I made $500,000 last week selling, biggest boss out this motherfucker and shit. Okay, so she's not doing that. She's still getting up, going to school,
Right.
Still holding down,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, the babies. She done already got plugged in, got a nanny for the children.
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing it herself.
That's right.
She's doing all of this herself, just like many other melanated goddesses have done before. Many other black women, many other Moreno women, many other Moorish women have did before.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no difference. I don't know why Pharaoh thought out of all women, that she just was gonna just lay down and be submissive and be subservient to him, to be needy and clingy towards him. See, that's the type of guy that he is, and that's what the fuck that he was wanting. Golden wasn't with that shit. She was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do me. Let me go ahead and do me, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. And what the fuck else can you expect or ask for in a relationship other than having your partner, produce the same, if not, equaling what you have to the relationship? Y'all got, you know what I'm saying? It's a working together process. It has nothing to do with individualism. Now, see, Pharaoh and his individualism, he started dealing with selfishness. His selfishness turned even more so to bitterness. That's why he started making all them different posts, start doing vindictive stuff, making an attempt to be able to contact this woman. But all right, I see what's going on. I see.
Definitely made the journey easier, more fun. Just wonderful people to be around, all of them. Like I know they're like all of them wonderful people. But yeah, I'm super proud of myself, and I can't wait until I'm completely done. And then I have to take the Texas exam, and I'm gonna take a month off before I take the exam so I can study, and really study. And then, I'm gonna take the exam and stuff. And I am going to pass. I'm going to pass and speak it into existence. I have anxiety when it comes to testing, so hopefully that doesn't interfere.
All right, so basically she's talking about the fact that she is still moving forward throughout all of these antics that you've seen play out before you all, I'm going to stop sharing. Well, actually, no, let me see what's in the comment section before I go. I posted a comment. I said, thanks for speaking up for the melanated goddesses and recognizing the true queens out here, as well as uplifting the young goddess. We need more of this. Yes, we do. Thank you, King World, for your wonderful insight into this display of what's going on. We need more melanated men to speak out and say things that are more uplifting for our young queens out here. This could be his younger sister. This could be his niece. This could be his daughter. But instead of saying disparaging things like calling her the B word, as we saw that low key T for life, you know, he's basically, you're melanated people have been so indoctrinated for hatred for one another, you all, that they find it so easily to disrespect one another. I've never seen the Caucasian community come on the internet and disrespect each other so freely. I've never seen Hispanics come on the internet and disrespect for each other so freely. You will not find Asians coming on the internet disrespecting each other so freely. You will not see the Middle Eastern come on the internet and disrespect one another so freely. But for melanated guys to come on the internet and set the precedence for another stranger to disrespect the mother of your children. Really, this is who young Pharaoh should be antagonizing. People that are antagonizing this melanated goddess right here, that are the mother of his two princesses, his two queens, who he shares genetic material and genetic DNA with. But instead, he has set the precedence that it's okay to disrespect her. Henceforth, that's why you saw Martina, the ratchet ghetto OnlyFans prostitute, allegedly, get in her face while she had her child in her hands. And he stood there and did nothing to defend Golden Beauty's honor, even after he called her over there, saying that her life was in danger. So these are the antics, you all, of a man child. And like I said, the man child, the man boy, the grown boy, all of these antics, all of these types of dudes need to be exterminated, okay? They need to be eradicated. And if you see yourself in one of these scenarios, see your way out of it. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, because you don't want to end up pregnant. You don't want to end up being a single mother, being out there trying to raise kids on your own. I don't know why they think this is something to glorify in the melanated community. These rappers have made it seem like having a baby mama is something to be proud of. It's not. When you have a queen, when you have a wife, when you have a significant other that you uphold, that is what you're proud of. When you have a family dynamic, a family dynasty, that is what you uphold. And I am not too much a fan of Jay-Z at all, or Beyonce, but you will not see them come on camera with these type of antics in front of you. So why is it okay for these young two melanated individuals here to come on the internet and be ridiculed? Why is Golden Beauty ridiculed by other melanated men like this? Now, if let's just say this were Beyonce, which she wouldn't even be in this situation because she probably wouldn't even talk to young Pharaoh. Okay. But what if this were someone in that magnitude? What people like to classify as a grade A celebrity, okay, or a class A or whatever you have. There is no way that people would come on and be just calling her these names on the internet so freely. But because this is Golden Beauty, someone we don't really know of, she doesn't have celebrity fame behind her. You have low vibrational entities and frequency guys. I can't even call them men that think it's okay to come on here and call her the B word and say disparaging things and remarks and comments about this girl. This right here is disgusting, you all. I'm going to say it again. The man child, the man boy, and the grown boy is an epidemic plaguing the melanated community, and they need to be eradicated and exterminated, you all. I'm going to stop the video right here because I think I've shared enough with you. I think I've covered this topic in depth long enough, and I've given my commentary. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I want to say, shout out to all my melanated beauties, my melanated queens, my melanated kings, the melanated warriors, and all the warriors who basically defend our honor, who place us on pedestals, the real warriors out here who go to war for us. Now, we do know there is a difference between an alpha male and a beta male. Not every male was meant to be an alpha. Not every male was meant to be a warrior. So there you have the betas that sit on the internet and they like to basically ridicule a melanated female. Those will be your betas, okay? And sometimes they're not even betas. I don't know what you call them. They could be deltas. Hence the Delta strand virus is spreading, you all. The Delta strand needs to be exterminated. You all get vaccinated against these man children and these man boys, okay? That's what you need to get vaccinated against. I want to commend all the females out here who are not settling for less than what you're worth, not settling for less than what you deserve. If you see any type of signs of a man child, run the other way and do not allow them to impregnate you, because you all, let me tell you this, it is, and I'm going to say it again, it is a privilege for any male to impregnate you and for you to bear his child. And if he's not meeting your standards, you do not have to stay in a relationship. You don't have to stay in a situation and be a yes man or a yes woman to anyone. You can be independent. You can make your own money. You can establish your own business. You can do what you see Golden Beauty is doing right here. And what she's doing is taking care of her 2 children while going to school, taking those children to class with her because she wants to protect her little melanated princesses. No one wants to speak about that, but I'm going to speak on it for her. So I commend her because I never had to go to school with 2 kids. And I can only imagine what that's like for a lot of melanated females who are single mothers to have to do that. I never put myself in a position to be a single mother, but I can only imagine what it's like for a lot of melanated females and queens out here to go through that. And so for any delta or beta male to come on and ridicule these females that are in this position, there's no respect for that whatsoever. And this is what needs to be eradicated, you all. I'm going to go ahead and close out, and I'm going to leave you with a German phrase. I would like to say, ich liebe dich, alles gut. And until next time, you all stay blessed. Auf Wiedersehen, you all. And once again, shout out to all my princesses, melanated princes, melanated queens, all of you out there actually that are watching this, that shows BGAB Clothing, love and support all my clientele, all my customers. Thank you so much. I wholeheartedly appreciate all of you and engaging with you all. And I'll be on here later to talk about some other topics. If you have any questions, any comments for me, you can actually write BGAB clothing at gmail.com. And before I go, I did have someone to write in and they did ask a question. They said, Seven Wonder, aka Shanae, CEO, founder, and owner of BGAB Clothing. How do you come up with your designs? Do you ever have creative blocks? Okay. And this was a question coming from Angelica, I believe. Shout out to the lovely Queen Angelica. What I would like to say is that I do not have creative blocks when it comes to designing because my designs come to me when they need to come. And so I think what happens when you're in the creative realm is you can't force it. That's with writing, because I am a writer. That's with any creative facet of what you're doing. You have to allow these things to flow naturally. You can have creative blocks, but really, I don't suffer from that. I don't have that when it comes to designs. Now, I do have creative blocks when it comes to writing, and my energy has to be in the right balance in order for my thoughts to flow. And in order for me to, especially if I'm writing a narrative, a story, a poem, or anything of that nature. But as far as designing and creative, I say just let it flow to you. It will come to you. And continue to work on your diet, because you all, I make sure that right now what I'm drinking, this is called kombucha. Okay. And my holistic doctor is Mayan. So she comes from the continent, you all. And if you're not familiar with kombucha, please look this up. When I come back on the channel, I'll try to remember to speak about kombucha, but it's very good if you want to detox your system, to clear out any impurities within the body. I also drink, you'll see me sipping a lot on this alkaline water. and I pour that into a glass. All of these things help your thoughts be more clearer. And all of these things help you to move away from the low vibrational frequencies of what you have seen being displayed in this video. So your diet is very important when it comes to creativity. And I think I get a lot of my creative thoughts at night, especially when it comes to writing or ideas. That is called your witching hours, you all. So around 3 o'clock in the morning, I have awakened consistently at like 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. And that's because that's the universe, that's your higher self giving you information and giving you downloads. And it's something that you're meant to do in this 3D realm, you all. Everybody knows I talk about the spiritual realm a lot because everything that we see displayed before us in the 3D came from the spiritual realm first. And so you all, these are the messages I wish to convey today. That's what I want to leave you with. Angelica, I hope I answered your question. If you have any more questions, please feel free to write to me. And for writing to me today, Angelica, you will be receiving one of my shirts. Just let me know your color. Let me know your size. I'll get that in the mail to you. And you should have it within 3 to 5 business days. So thank you so much, Queen, for writing into BGAB Clothing. If you would like to receive one of my free giveaways, please write BGABClothing@gmail.com. Ask me a question, and I will put you in the drawing to win one of my shirts. Okay. All right. I have a lot of happy customers, you all. And I want to say shout out to you all from Dallas, Texas to Richmond, Virginia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Las Vegas, Minnesota, Mississippi, all the way out in Canada, Germany, Jamaica, Ghana, Africa. My clientele is all over Louisiana, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a lot of different places, you all. South Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. I mail my shirts out to a lot of people around the country, and I thank you all so much for your support. So Brown Girls Are Beautiful, I want you to say Brown Girls Are Beautiful, continue to win, stay winning. Brown Girls Are Beautiful is BGAB all day, every day. And we got to remember to always walk in our divinity, you all. And I'm loving that Golden Beauty is doing that. She's walking in her divinity. Don't let anyone bring you down. And this is a quote that I wrote out. Don't worry about the haters. They're just fans on the low that need to join your fan club. All right. So when people are hating on you, basically just be like, you know what? They're really a fan of yours and they just need to sign up and join your fan club. Right. And those are words of BGAB. I also say that some of the most beautiful spirits fight the ugliest wars. And so that's what you have seen displayed before you with Golden Beauty. She has a beautiful spirit, but she's fighting an ugly war right now. All right, you all, I'm going to sign out now. I've been on here for a while. I hope you have received some positive information, or you have some insight or have learned something from what I have shared with you today. Thank you so much. And we're not going to entertain the low vibrational frequencies. What we're continuing to do is being positive over here, because that's what BGAB is all about. It is about exemplifying the inner and outer beauty of our melanated queens, upholding them no matter their complexion, no matter their height, no matter their size, no matter what's going on with them, their hair texture, their hair length. BGAB, Brown Girls Are Beautiful, embraces all the golden glowers, the caramel cuties, and the bronze beauties, you all. We are sun-kissed hues, and we are kissed by the sun, and we are magic, okay? Every day, all day. Y'all continue winning. Stay winning, you all. And I'm going to say blessings to you all. BGAB loves the love. And until next time, you all stay blessed. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get into this commercial, and I'm signing out. All right, y'all.